back to Max with RP. Today we are going to see an introduction to the topic matrices and determinants, an extremely important topic in algebra. Matrix are a very powerful tool which is useful not only in mathematics, it is also used in physics, it is also used in cryptography, economics, etc. They are used by a programmer for coding or encrypting a message. What is a message? In coding, a message consists of a sequence of numbers in binary format which is used for communication. So the process of coding and decoding requires solving linear equations. Whenever you have many equations to solve, right, when the number of equations is very high with many unknowns up to n, then we find that the role of matrices is extremely useful. So what is a matrix? Matrix is nothing but a rectangular arrangement. See, suppose you have a class and then you find that there are 36 students. So how can you arrange them? I can arrange them into 9 rows and 4 columns. Right? Or I can arrange them into 6 rows and 6 columns. 12 rows, 3 columns. 36 rows in which I'll have only 1 column, right? Or 1 row and 36 columns. So, these are some of the ways by which I can, for example, arrange 36 students. So, a matrix is nothing but an arrangement. So it is expressed using capital letters for denoting, and either you can use rectangular parenthesis or you can use a parenthesis like this. So this has got 3 rows. So these are rows. So it has got 3 rows. These are columns. So it has got 3 columns. So a distinctive feature of a matrix is what we call as its order. Order is the number of rows by number of columns. We use the word by, but we use the symbol into. For example, we say this is of order 3 by 3. So what is order? Number of rows by number of columns. We read it as by. So a distinguishing feature of a matrix is its order. What is the order? The number of rows and number of columns. So if I have a matrix like this, so how many rows does it have? Row is 1, column is 3. If I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 1, 0, 8. It has got 3 rows and 3 columns. This is also a matrix. This is also an arrangement. Okay, arrangement of numbers. So how many rows it has got? It has got 2 rows. How many columns it has got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So its order is 2 by 5. This has got 3 rows and 3 columns. So its order is 3 by 3. Similarly, you can have a column alone. So what will be the order? order will be, it has got 3 rows and 1 column. We not only use this way, these kind of brackets to represent a matrix, we also use this kind of brackets also to represent a matrix. So this is also a matrix. What is the order of this matrix? It has got 2 rows and how many columns? 4 columns. 2 rows and 4 columns. So I hope you understand what is a matrix. Matrix is nothing but a rectangular array of numbers. Sometimes it can be functions also. So it's a rectangular arrangement. It has got rows and columns. So horizontally, if you look at the lines, they are rows. If you look at them vertically, they are columns. Now, one of the distinguishing features of a matrix is what we call as the order of a matrix. The order of a matrix is the number of rows by number of columns. So, for example, if you look at this matrix, it has got 2 rows and 5 columns. Then we say the order is 2 by 5. So, if a matrix has m rows, if a matrix has m rows and n columns, then the order of the matrix is m by n. Okay, now in general, we are also going to see how to represent a matrix. See, when you have, before we do the problem, just look at this matrix. So, what is its order? Its order is, it has got 2 rows and 3 columns. So, 2 by 3. We use capital letters to represent a matrix. So, let me name the matrix as A. Okay? And each element has a position in the matrix. The position of the matrix is used to describe what are called the elements of the matrix. All these are elements. But each element, in what way is it different? It is different particularly in view of its position. So this, look at this element 1. It is the element in the first row, first column. So A11 is 1. Now if you look at 2, it is in the first row but second column. So A12 is 2. So each element has got an individual feature, and that is what we are capturing in view of its position. So if you look at 3, first row, third column is 3. Now if you look at the second row, so second row, first element is 4. Second row, second element is 5. Here what is A1, 2, 2. Second row, third element, third column is -7. This is first row, first column. So A11 is 1. This is in the first row but second column. This is the first column, this is the second column. So A12 is 2. If you look at 3, it is in the first row but it is in the third column. So A13 is 3. If you look at 4, it is an element in the second row but first column. So A21 is 4. If you look at A22, which is the element in the second row, second column, it is 5. If you look at the element in the second row, third column, is A23, which is -7. So it is possible to represent the position of each and every element of a matrix. When we talked about matrix, I told you it is an arrangement. So when you have an arrangement, position of each element assumes extremely important position. So that is what we are going to see how to describe. How do we describe? In virtue of in which row it lies and in which column it is placed. Now look at this problem. So what is the order? Now let us do this problem. Now what is the order of this matrix A? Order of A equal to, how many rows it has got? 3 rows. And how many columns it has got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 by 4. So its order is 3 by 4. How many elements are there? If it has got 3 rows and 4 columns, the number of elements must be 12, right? See, 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. So if the order is m by n, the total number of elements will be m into n. So if the order of a matrix is m by n, then total number of elements will be m into n. Is it clear? Now we have to identify what are all these elements. Okay. Now A13 is the first element in the third row. So this is the third row, first element. First element, third row. So it is 1. What is A33? A33 is element in the third row, third column. Third row, third column, 17. What is the element A23? Second row, third column. So this is second row, third column, 0. Then what is A34? Okay, A34 will be the element in the third row, fourth column, root 3. What is A14? First row, fourth column, minus 7. So you can find the order, and once you know an order of any matrix, the total number of elements in the matrix is known. So if the order is m by n, the total number of elements in the matrix is mn, and every element's position is determined by where, in which row it lies and in which column it is placed. So now we are going to see how to construct matrices. Okay. So in general, we write a matrix as A equal to Aij 3 by 3. I represents the row, J represents the column. Okay. 3 by 3 means it has got what? 9 elements. So 1 to 3, I can take any value between 1 to 3. J can take any value between 1 to 3. Okay. Now we are going to construct the following matrices. First matrix, what is the order? 3 by 3. How are the elements defined? Aij equal to I plus j. Now when I say 3 by 3 and the matrix is called A, what will be the elements? First element is A11. The second element is A12. Third element is A13. Then you have A21, A22, A23. Third row, first column. Third row, second column. Third row, third column. Now this is your I and this is your J. Okay. Now how are the elements defined in the first case? I plus J. So I plus j, if I add 1 plus 1, I is the first element represents I. The second number represents the column. First element represents the position in the row. The second number represents its position in which column. Okay. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 3 is 4. 2 plus 1 is 3. 4, 5, 4, 5, 6. So this is the matrix where the elements are defined by the formula Aij equal to I plus j. I have just added. Now what about the second problem? That is also 3 by 3, but the elements are defined as I by j. So what will be the second one? So this is your I and this is your j. I stands for row, j stands for column. So in the first case, I by j will be what? 1. In the second case, I by j will be what? 1 by 2. In the A13 will be 1 by 3. A21 will be 2 by 1. A22 will be 2 by 2, which is 1. A23 will be 2 by 3. A31 will be 3 by 1, which is 3. Then you have 3 by 2 and then 3 by 3, which is 1. Now third one, again a 3 by 3 matrix. How it is defined? 2i plus j. So 2i plus j. So what will be A11? It will be 2 into the first number, 2 plus 1, which is 3. So multiply the ith element by 2 and add it with j. So 2 into 1 plus 1, which is 3. This will be 2 into 1 plus 2, which is 4. Then you have 2 into 1, 2 plus 3, which is 5. 2i plus j. Then second row, the first element, what will be 2i? 4i. 4i plus 4. 4 plus 1, 5. See, A13 is 2 plus 3, which is 5. A21 will be 2 into 2. I gets multiplied by 2. So 4 plus 1, 5. A22 will be 2 into 2, 4 plus 2, 6. 2 into 2, 4 plus 3, 7. A31 will be 3 into 2, 6 plus 1, 7. 8. You can see a pattern here. So 9. Do you all understand how we can write any matrix given its representation in the general form? So now look at the fourth one. This is also 3 by 3. It is 0 if I equal to j. When is I equal to j? See, here you can see A11 I equal to j. So A22 I equal to j. A33. So the diagonal elements are the elements where I is equal to j. In fact, this is called the leading diagonal, and the elements of the diagonal, when you write them in the general form, it will be A11, A22, A33. And it can happen only for when you talk about diagonal, it can happen only for a square matrix. What do you mean by a square matrix? Where the number of rows is equal to number of columns. So now I have 0 if I equal to j. So in the first element it will be 0, the second A11, A22, A33 is 0. Otherwise what? It is minus 1. So minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, minus 1. It has got zeros along where? Wherever I is equal to j. That is in A11, A22, A33. Aij equal to 0 if I equal to j. Aij equal to minus 1 if I is not equal to j. So except the diagonal elements, everywhere else I is not equal to j. So replace that by minus 1. So this is the fourth one. Now let us do the fifth one. Now what sort of a matrix? 3 by 4 matrix. So 3 by 4 matrix means it has got 3 rows and 4 columns. So A11, A12, A13, A14, A21. Why am I having till 4? Because it has got, it's a 3 by 4 matrix, it has got 4 columns. So A22, A23, A24, A31, okay, now how are the elements defined? If I is greater than or equal to j, so each one we will write down. Okay, we will write down each of these elements. Okay. Now what will be A11? Now A11, if you observe, is I equal or greater than or equal to j? It is I plus j, so it is 2. A12 will be, what will be A12? Is I greater than or equal to j? No, I is less than j. So half of 1 minus 2, which is minus half. A13 will be, so is it I greater than j or less than j? I is less than j. Half into 1 minus 3, which is minus 2, which is minus 1. Now A21, I is greater than j. If I is greater than j, it's I plus j, which is 3. A22 is 4. A23. So is it I greater than j or less than j? I is less than j. When I is less than j, it is half of 2 minus 3, which is minus 1 by 2. Now A31 will be where I is greater than j. So I plus j, which is 4. A32 will be, I have to find A14, A24 also. So A31 is 4, A32 will be, now I is greater than j, therefore it is I plus j, which is 5. A33 will be I plus j, which is 6. Okay, but I need till A34. So A34 will be I is less than j. So when I is less than j, half of 3 minus 4, which is minus 1, which is minus half. There is a pattern. Wherever you have I minus j by 2, you get minus half. Now what will be A14? I have not written. A14 means I is less than j. So half of I minus j. So which is again minus half. What will be A24? A24 will be, what will you get again? It is I is less than j, half of 2 minus 4. Half of, what will I get? 2 minus 4, which is minus 2. Minus 1. Here what do you get? A14. A14 will be half of, I is less than j, so half of I minus j. That is 1 minus 4, which is minus 3. So I have written all the elements. So now you can fill up this matrix. So A11 is 2, A12 is minus half, then you have 13 is minus 1 and 14 is minus 3 by 2. A21 is 3, 4 minus half, and what will be A24 minus 1. 3, 1, 4, 5, 6. The last one will be half of 2 minus 4, which is minus 1. This is your matrix A 3 by 4, where the elements are defined like this. So once you are given a general rule, this is a general rule, then you can define any element in the matrix. Any element in the matrix is defined by this general rule. Now there are several types of matrices, and the name itself will tell you what kind of matrix that you are talking about. So a null matrix is a matrix which consists of only zeros. So you can make your own matrix, say 0, 0, 0, 0. This is a 2 by 2 null matrix, or 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So this is 2 by 2 null matrix. This is 2 by 3 null matrix. So a matrix whose elements are all zeros is called as a null matrix. Row matrix means it must have only one row. Okay. So for example, I have 1, 3, 4, 5. What is the order? 1 into 4. So it has got only one row. So a row matrix means it has got only one row. A column matrix means it has got only one column. So 2, 0, root 2, minus 5. It has got, what is the order? 4 by 1. This is an example of a column matrix. It has got only one column. Square matrix, the number of rows must be equal to number of columns. Number of rows is equal to number of columns. So 1 minus 1, 2, 3. So 2 by 2. Then 3 by 3. So this is 3 by 3. These are all examples of square matrix. Square means, matrix means the number of rows is equal to number of columns. Diagonal matrix. So having elements only in a diagonal. When we talk about a diagonal, it is applicable only for a square matrix. So it is a square matrix with elements only in the diagonal. Other elements are 0. See, for example, root 2, 5, minus 1. I am making a 3 by 3. The other elements are 0. So you can see it's a square matrix. Its order is 3 by 3. It has got elements only in the diagonal. An example of such a type is called as a diagonal matrix. Identity matrix means ones along the diagonal, main diagonal, and 0 elsewhere. So I'll use a different color. This is an identity matrix. Identity matrix of order. You don't need to say 2 by 2. You can just say 2. Whenever you have square matrix, it is understood that the number of rows is equal to number of columns. So you can refer to them as just saying order 2. So what will be a square matrix of order 3? A square matrix of order 3 will be 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. This is called as an identity matrix. The reason it is called identity because it's going to perform the role of an identity element. When we learn multiplication of matrices, you will also observe that any matrix which gets multiplied by identity matrix gives back the original matrix. So that is why it has got a name identity matrix. This is identity matrix of order 3. This is an identity matrix of order 2. Next, scalar matrix. A scalar matrix means it has only elements in the it's again a square matrix and it has got only same elements in the diagonal. Other elements are 0. So whenever we talk about diagonal, you immediately must understand we are talking only about a square matrix. So what is a scalar matrix? It has the same scalar along the diagonal and zeros elsewhere. So this is the, I'm going to give you say root 2, 0, 0, 0, root 2, 0, 0, 0, root 2. So this is a scalar matrix. It is scalar because it has got only root 2, the same element in the diagonal, and zeros elsewhere. All the other elements are zeros. Is it clear? The different types of matrices: null matrix, row matrix, column matrix, square matrix, diagonal matrix, identity and scalar. The name itself will suggest to you what it means. Now, when do you say two matrices are equal? We say two matrices are equal if the corresponding elements are equal. So, A and B, if they are two matrices, are equal if corresponding elements are equal. So, what do you observe here? A plus 10 is equal to 3A plus 4. So, 6 is equal to 2A, or A is 3. 3A minus A is 2A, 10 minus 4, 6, so A equal to 3. Because corresponding element, this is equal to this. Then what is B square plus 2B equal to? B square plus 2B is equal to 3. And then you have B square minus 5B equal to minus 4. So that is what you should understand. Whenever two matrices are equal, corresponding elements are equal. So I have equated A plus 10 with 3A plus 4. B square plus 2B with 3. 0 is of course equal to 0. Minus 4 is equal to B square minus 5B. Now I am going to just subtract. So when I subtract, what happens? I get 7B equal to 7 or B equal to 1. So when A is 3 and B equal to 1, you will see that the matrices are equal. Since they are given to be equal, we are solving and finding out the values of A and B. What is the number of possible matrices of order 3 by 3 with each entry 0 or 1? What do you mean by matrix of order 3 by 3? It has got 3 rows: A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, right? So how many elements does it have? 9 elements it has got. Each one can be either 0 or 1. You are finding here now the number of possibilities, number of possible matrices satisfying the given condition. The matrix should be of order 3 by 3 and each can be filled by 0 or 1. So here, there are 9 possibilities. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, this is 2. This any one, 2 possibilities, 2 possibilities, 2 bottom possibilities. By fundamental principle of counting, you can multiply them. So the total number of possibilities will be 2 power 9. So the total number of matrices which satisfy the given condition is 2 by 9. Now, if a matrix has 5 elements, so it's just now we are coming to the end of the session, just a quick revision. If it has got 5 elements, what possible orders can it have? So when you say 5 elements, you know it has no factors. So 5 can be either 5 into 1 or 1 into 5. So how many orders are possible? Only 2 orders are possible. Because whenever you have 5 or whenever you have, say for example 13, a matrix has 13 elements, how many orders can it have? It can have only 2 because it cannot be factored, right? So it can be either 13 into 1 or 1 into 13. If a matrix has 12 elements, what possible orders can it have? 6 and 2, right? Or you can have 3 and 4. So it has got 6 rows and 2 columns. You can have 4 and 3. You can have 2 and 6. And then you can have 12 and 1. 1 and 12. So when I say 6 and 2 and 2 and 6, why are they different? Here we are saying 6 rows and 2 columns. Here we are saying 2 rows and 6 columns. 3 rows and 4 columns, 4 columns and 3 rows. 12 columns, 12 rows and 1 column and 12 rows. So these are the possible orders it can have. So by factorizing, you can check out how many orders a matrix is going to have. So today we saw an introduction, or rather an overview about what are matrices. Matrices, as I told you, are going to proven to be a wonderful tool which has got lots of applications in various subjects. So once you learn, it's a concept, it's a matrix is an arrangement, and using this arrangement we have learned about different types of matrices, and therefore whenever you define something new, you need to define various operations. So we have now just seen equality, and in the next video we will deal with more examples about operations on matrices. Until next time, it's goodbye. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope you are enjoying these sessions as much as I do. Until we see next time, please do not forget to practice. Do not forget to go through the entire video. These sessions will be useful only if you go through the entire video from the beginning till the end. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye.